Hello, here I am, part of our just about ready to play Star Trek Online with the flowers before work. Where yeah, stars. I mean, my YouTube is fine. Fine, pictures going. Get in. So like, subscribe, follow, share, copy, don't copy, whatever. I mean, comment. That's the word. Yeah, you know the drill. Like every video on YouTube says that stuff. Oh, okay, I got a little while. I got up so late yesterday. All right. That would be nice if we could do it, but 110 of each. That's good. Um, uh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do that. Oh, 50, 50, 100. Um, no. Yeah. Oh, that's only 90? Run. Zero completed. Oh, I started one of progress though. Oh, there. I a refugee. So now we're starting with Delta Quad. Decoration the gateway at the heart of the Solani Dyson sphere has given us access to another Dyson sphere, originally found near the Janolan system, that is now located deep in the Delta Quadrant. Founding the Republic, Federation, and Klingon Empire put aside their differences in order to unite against common enemies. They need skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Delta Command. Alright. Voyager.
Welcome to the Janolan Dyson sphere. The situation in the Delta Quadrant is continuing to develop. We will need the assistance of all our allies to stay ahead of it.
Okay. Um,
Hello. Would you have time to look into some... Admiral Tuvok has requested that you meet Voyager in the Solaran system. Hello.
okay, so, and we come down and then for that. System. They seem to be on the screen.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room.
Well,
Welcome aboard. And if I may say so, it's good to see you again. Between doomsday devices and the Delta Quadrant, it looks like we get all of the interesting assignments. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away.
Bill, I hadn't expected to see.
It's good to see you too. Someone decided that with our experience with that, borrowed bird of prey, I'm the perfect person to handle joint operations with the Klingons out here in the Delta Quadrant. I even got a promotion, as you can see.
Oh, damn it. Let's get to Admiral Subakus next. We want to,
Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away. The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance. What else do you need to know? My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Box line now.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Find us so we can wear the door lock out.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take a moment.
Fine, Doctor, really. I need to get you to Jim.
Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay. You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Can you hear me? Come speak to me at the desk terminal. The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact.
Trying to liberate you from the ready room.
No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed.
Okay.
Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering. Cooper is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship. Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember Kiri Kin Thaw's first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists. Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable.
Hey.
The mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or damaged, or even transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable. I've almost got this. Just keep back. It will only take a few more minutes.
The chief engineer.
Bilana, I don't know. She should be here, but as far as I can tell, everything on Voyager's about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core breach, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out.
Then we can tell this more effectively together.
You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional. I'll destroy you, and Tuvok's mind with you. Get
out. He has
out.
raised defenses to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
You
he has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack. Quickly use the controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses. Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I have previously experienced mind meld.
How many episodes is this? In dog episodes?
Someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence.
I mean, I've done all three there, bunch there, there. Those are all done. I'm working on the Delta Quadrant. That was a lot. 15 episodes. Yeah, Iconium War. There's 8, 6, and 6, and 8, and 4, and 10, and 5. And then by that time, they'll come out with a new expansion. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Go to the crew deck.
Move through the crew decks to your right. You may be able to find a fragment of a personality who can help. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their
Guess who?
in my mind. You may be able to convince one to
Next will be Green.
because they are not technically me. Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
Hello.
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
Yes, ma'am. Voyager is in danger from species 8472. You know that, right? We need to liberate Tuvok. Is being held locked in the ready room.
I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
Tuvok can explain here. He can communicate through this pad.
7. You are currently experiencing an engrammatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
Yes. Miss Nine.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Assimilated Undine. It may be a reflection of the unconscious fears of species 8472.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
I will secure the bridge while you release Tuvok.
Hey.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind, for the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself. With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge. We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly.
Access denied. Omega protocol in effect.
You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps.
So getting an error from operations. The Omega protocol locked down. This is an effect.
We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
What do we do?
You don't belong here.
Read their arms out. Alright,
We
Tuvok.
should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the Mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics.
Astrometrics. Go.
Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Excuse me. Yeah.
In 2375, Voyager encountered a...
Yeah, I don't care. Shut up.
Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching.
Shoot them while they're down.
I sense we are making progress. Keep searching.
Pardon me, guys, but you don't fly in here. Engage manual unlock. Charge flume capacitor. Charge flume capacitor. Oh. Like, woohoo! He's scale herring. Recoupler, the decoupler. I love that part. Very clever use of wording. All right. You ever notice the same actor that plays Tuvok was also in this world? No, I never noticed that. I think I recognized his voice, though. Maybe I did notice it. It's just been a while. By the way, what is your opinion on the new Steam handheld? Oh, that thing? What I didn't like about that, if they can do that, they could do another Steam machine. Remember the Steam machine where they had like basically it was like an Xbox, only it was a PC, basically? Because the handheld is a PC. You can even run PC apps on it. So why would you make a little handheld one and not make a desktop version? I mean, I don't know. But kind of disappointed in. I mean, I get the people want handhelds, but not everybody wants a handheld. All right. That one. Okay. That's it. Found it. There's there's two rocks. Oh, he's finally gone. Interesting.
This
My
ordeal
mind's.
has taxed
I was still quite awake from
I
mind
have
meld.
learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a special command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation.
Yeah, the research probably, they figured they'd get the most sales that way. Handheld.
Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
From what I've seen, it's really good handheld. I don't know what the resolution of the screen is, but it's supposed to be able to do like AAA. Oh, it's only 720, but it's small also. Which explains why it has, it's because they said it has high frame rates for high quality games, but it's only 720p on a small screen. That could be another reason why they went. Maybe the dock will have, but I can't see it having high resolution though, like going to monitor. But if you want a handheld, I would definitely get one. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's better than having a phone doing that route, I think. But of course,
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
okay. There we go. Off.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
Holy.
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this
Without
region as
glasses, I look like a
staging ground
Ferengi.
for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
We'll probably have to engage the Undine ships first and then scan the singularities. Alright, so obviously the first one we scan is not going to work. Baddies to fight here. Our little dudes. And bubbles. Need the bubbles. I want to be able to shoot the bubbles.
This passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal.
Okay, here we go.
We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities.
Makes sense,
Not only is
bioships.
his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
Okay.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structures you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
Okay. Do it again.
Target shield.
Okay. Stop. Okay. I goofed far.
command bioship is weakened. We must beam aboard and locate Cooper while it is possible.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Into the ship. Did not get to select a waiting.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze.
Enemy target.
The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
So we got to make a gag. Yeah.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door. An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready. The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster.
I'm gonna scan this thing. There we go. It was my destiny.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while
Where
I
are you?
concentrate.
Chris.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
I'm trying.
What is happening? You did this!
Mm-hmm.
My mind to your mind.
Communication link established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
The weak will perish. Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him! We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive. We don't need them. The many will be strong. The strong will survive. They are weak. I will save us. You are weak. What? No! But together, we are strong. You will be repurposed. No!
It's been dissolved. Do another dude.
The bio-dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space. There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands.
Okay.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. I wonder why he was so set on this conflict. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among us that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy ours. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Remember the Zindi attack on Earth in the 22nd century? They were told by the Sphere Builders that they had to destroy Earth to save themselves. It turned out that Sphere Builders were using the Zindi as a tool in their own destructive plans. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine. Maybe they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack.
Hmm.
Hello?
Congratulations on
Would you
your
have
first-
time to look into something for me?
All right.
Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is a familiar one, helping a species to find a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Entaba system are ready to move to a new homeworld nearby. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral's requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does. Hello. Would you...
Okay. Oh yeah, let's do those first. Through some more of these arc shield charges. Yes, indeed. Uh, go to
Voyager is under attack by the Kazon. Engines are offline. Requesting assistance. Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
Oh, okay.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, joined them before they moved to this location. The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one. The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Starfleet! Oh, what a thrill! It's so wonderful to see someone from the Federation again. It's been so long, and I keep in touch with my friends, but subspace isn't the same, and listen to me, I'm rambling on. My name is Neelix, and I serve as Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Before that, I spent 7 years on the USS Voyager with Captain Catherine Janeway.
Admiral Janeway. She was promoted some time ago.
Admiral Janeway? Of course! She certainly earned that promotion. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Janolan Dyson Sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, but yours is the first ship to visit. I may make a trip to Earth myself sometime, sample the cuisine, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do. Oh, you've come to help! How wonderful! But of course, Starfleet's always pitching in to help out, aren't they? Why, in all my years as ambassador to the Delta Quadrant, I've done everything I could to uphold the good name of the Federation. I don't always have the resources to do more than diplomatic visits, but we try to help out anyone we can, whenever we can. There are Okampan ships out there right now. Did you know that? My people are helping them explore the stars.
For the Federation, appreciate your efforts on its behalf. But could we get back to the colonization efforts?
Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon Nistrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
Okay.
Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nice old root stew for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Yep.
It's so good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again, Neelix.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
You look well, Neelix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots. What was that?
Kazan returned almost as soon as you transported down. We drove them off, but they got a lucky shot in at the base before they left. Sensors are showing some structural damage in the operations bay.
The operations bay? Dexter was in there. Dexter's trapped. Please, do something. Dex is a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
Oh, Crystal help. What can I do?
Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
I am an engineer after all. There are some simple things. Power. Plasma foil. Near chip. And move this. Um, um,
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Oh, in other words, you're going to accompany me. Not following too well.
I need help loading this ship. Mannix was supposed to help me, but now I can't find him, and I can't reach him on internal comms. I know he hasn't left the station yet, though. Could you look around and tell him that his shift has started?
Okay.
The lack of discipline among the Talaxians is alarming.
Greetings, friend. What can I do for you?
Kellogg says she needs more workers for the ship.
Really? I was scheduled to work now, but I traded shifts with Oxel so I could meet a friend who's returning from a long trading mission. Find Oxel. He should be able to help you.
I've known Mannix for many years now. If he says he traded shifts, I believe him.
I don't believe we've met yet. I'm Oxel, and you must be one of Neelix's visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. It's a pleasure to meet you.
In fact, I'm supposed to be working the cargo loaders right now, and it said you trade shifts.
That's right, but then I beat Drexa in a game of Kat, and she agreed to work the shift for me. You should find her.
Betting work shifts on a game of Kat is unprofessional.
Indeed.
Hi there. I'm Drexa. I heard you helped save Dex's life. Those Kazon are always bothering us. I wish they'd just find someplace else to go. Is there something I can do for you?
Trying to find out who's supposed to be working the cargo loaders. Also said you lost a game of... Yeah. And agreed to work the shift. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. I worked his shift, though. Check the duty roster. It should all be there.
Drexa never worries about the details, but she's one of the nicest people I know.
Okay.
Oh, it's you again. Did you find what you needed?
Check the duty roster. Oxel had traded shifts with Mannix. So when you did Oxel's shift, you were actually supposed to work Mannix's shift.
Really? But I worked the shift that was in the duty roster.
Here, bye. Or to the duty roster.
Did you find Drexa?
Yes, and I checked the duty roster. It wasn't updated with your trade with Mannix. So Drexa did your original shift by mistake.
What a goof! I told her I traded shifts with Menex. At least I think I did. Does that mean both Menex and Drexa showed up for my shift?
Maybe.
Hey there! I talked to Oxel, and he told me what happened. Did you find Drexa?
Yes, and I looked at the duty roster. Drexa was supposed to do your shift to repay her debt to Oxel, but did his original shift by mistake. How well you?
Oh, that explains it. I showed up for the shift a bit late, but Calix said she already had enough workers and I could go back to my quarters. Normally, I would be happy to work, but my friend will be back any time now. That's why I traded shifts in the first place.
See. So the supervisor is the one at fault. Her.
Did you find Menex?
Alex said he traded shifts with Oxel. Drexel lost a bet to Oxel and took the shift as payment, but Drexel did Oxel's original shift because that was on the shift roster. And so when Menex showed up for work to work Oxel's shifts, you told him you had enough help and that he could leave.
Sounds like quite a series of miscommunications. But I still need help here. What do you think I should do about it?
You worked the shift because you made a mistake earlier when you had extra fuel but didn't investigate why.
It's...
Yeah. Deal with it. That's what being a supervisor is all about. Read up. Now you have to figure something out.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be by adjusting the sensor array's pitch up and down and...
Yeah. One, okay. 29, 720, 9. There we go.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctors say she'll be up and around in no time.
Okay.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
Okay.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The Talaxians have much to do.
Okay. 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 Sure. Flight to Voyager.
Thank you for all you have done for the Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you, and victorious life.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
Okay.
Are you ready to depart for Newtown?
Yep, let's go. Of course, things are not that easy. Extremely high radiation levels in the system, too high for our normal dispersal pattern. Phoenix is hailing us from the toxin transport vessel.
Are you detecting the spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
Check it out. I'll stay here. You stay here with the fleet. Scans indicate it was recently placed here. It should not be an issue for us to remove them, but we would have to deal with whoever dumped the radiation in the first place.
Theta radiation could mean only one thing: the Malon. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
Okay. So now look here. Hang on.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
Black units have claimed this system. You need to find another place to dump your waste.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
This is your last chance. Leave now, or I'll make you. All right.
Enough! You've ruined me, wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
Finding another place to dump the trash. Or really yet.
But the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet.
The TV Victoria's Life can easily remove the radiation. Give us a moment.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on New Talax. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
It has been a pleasure, yes. Best of luck to you and your people. Victoria's Life. Alright, so we got some consoles here. All damage resistance rate.
Hello. Would you have
that one? Oh. Yeah. Sounds fun. Brings an unlikely places.
It's been... Okay.
Benton's and Kihon.
You have entered an area controlled by the Bentham Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer, or clear the area immediately.
Jem'Hadar of the Dominion. You have no right to tell me what to do.
Local Edict 47-42 states that the Bentham Guard may deputize any ships deemed necessary for the apprehension of a criminal ship rated Class 4 or higher. By entering space protected by the Bentham Guard, you have agreed to these terms. You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required. And looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their claws might come out of hiding. Concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
Target shield has failed.
We will not go quietly. Asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideout.
Target shield.
Okay, well, we'll do what we want to you, too, then.
night beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Shield has failed.
I'm taking you with me. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers.
Anything in particular we should be aware of?
We've recently come across the remains of a battlefield between the Borg and an unknown adversary. It hasn't been there long. Bentham patrols first detected it only a few weeks ago. Since then, it has been a haven for scavengers. Our readings were inconclusive. As with all things dealing with the Borg, we recommend giving it a wide berth.
Someone's been giving the Borg trouble. That could be good for us, although considering how Species 472 turned out to be such a problem, the enemies of the Borg aren't always our friends. It would probably be worthwhile to scout the fringes of Borg space and see if long-range sensors get any indications of unknown adversaries.
We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.
Okay. Bye-bye. They, so close to the end of Omega. Gotta more. license. Elections.
We've received a distress call from the USS Callisto, which was on a research mission in a little explored area of the Delta Quadrant. We're not sure what happened to the Callisto, but we need someone to check it out. There are a lot of people on the Callisto, good Starfleet officers and researchers. Bring them home. Hello, would you have...
Okay. So I'm just going to go there. I'm not going to start. And she'll start it tomorrow because it's 2 o'clock and I need to work today, Saturday, in retail. So, yeah. Always got to work on Saturday. And I have tomorrow off, according to my schedule. So, a 1-day week. With 1-day weekends on either end. Good way to get. So, until tomorrow, victory is